On March 13th, the Japan Football League returns for the 2022 season. And this year, the league is set to have more eyes on it than ever before, thanks to a certain 55-year-old footballer. But beyond the arrival of King Kazu, who we'll speak about more later, there are plenty of reasons to watch the Japan Football League. So, in this video, we'll take a look at the league's history, its structure, the teams, and how to watch the games live. But before we dive into the league's history, what exactly is the Japan Football League? Often shortened to the JFL, it's the fourth tier of Japanese football, one step below the J.League. It's possible to get promoted from the JFL to the J.League, but currently there's no relegation from J3 to the JFL. Effectively, the JFL is the top level of non-league football in Japan and has played a vital role in the country's football scene since it was founded. The current Japan Football League was founded in 1999. It replaced what is now known as the former Japan Football League. Let me explain. In 1992, the J.League was founded to replace the Japan Soccer League. The Japan Soccer League was the top level of Japanese football from 1965 to 1992, but it was mostly amateur and dominated by corporate teams. With the formation of the J.League, Japanese football became professional. But initially, only 10 teams were allowed to join the J.League. 9 of them were former Japan Soccer League sides, and the 10th was the newly formed Shimizu S-Pulse. But there were many more teams eyeing a place in the J.League, and with the league keen on expansion, these teams needed a league to play in while they waited for the green light to join the J.League. So, the Japan Football League was created. It ran from 1992 to 1998 with 2 divisions, and basically acted as a waiting room for teams wanting to join the J.League. Some notable clubs to win promotion through this league include Jubilo Iwata, Kashiwa Reysol, Kyoto Sanga, and Kawasaki Frontale. In 1999, the J.League launched its second division, J2. 9 former Japan Football League teams stepped up to join the new second tier of Japanese football. So, the Japan Football League was reformed into the structure that still exists today. And when J3 began in 2013, the JFL became the fourth tier of Japanese football. Today, the Japan Football League is a single division, and in 2022 will feature 16 teams. The top 4 are eligible for promotion to the J-League, but the clubs also need to hold a J-League license to go up. To acquire a J-League license, clubs need to meet a number of requirements, such as having an appropriate stadium and achieving attendance targets. In 2022, the following teams have J-League licenses: Rhein-Meier Aomori, VTN Mie, FC Osaka, and Nara Club. Relegation from the JFL is dependent on the J-League promotion situation. To balance the number of teams in the league, relegation is either automatic or decided by a playoff against a regional league team. In 2022, there is no relegation from J3 to the JFL, but that's set to change from 2023. There's a real mix of teams in the Japan Football League. Some are ambitious teams aiming for the J-League. Others are corporate teams who are not eligible to climb any higher than the JFL. However, university teams are no longer allowed to play in the JFL. The undoubted biggest team in the JFL are Honda FC. Based in Hamamatsu, Shizuoka Prefecture, they're the corporate team of Honda Motor Company and are absolutely dominant. They've won the JFL title 8 times, including 4 in a row between 2016 and 2019. They've also been runners-up 4 times and have finished in the top 4 17 times in the 23 seasons of the JFL. I'll be making a more detailed video about Honda FC, which will be out next week. Or now, if you're watching this video in the future. 3 more corporate teams in the JFL are Sony Sendai, based in Sendai, Miyagi Prefecture, Maruyasu Okazaki from Aichi Prefecture, and Honda Lock from Miyazaki in Kyushu. There are two ambitious JFL teams in the Kansai region, and both have J.League licenses. FC Osaka recorded a best place finish of second in 2018, but have struggled to break the top 4 since getting their J.League license. And then there's Nara Club, who have one of the best badges in football. They've struggled in recent years, usually finishing in lower mid-table. But it would be great to see one of Japan's most ancient cities represented in the J-League. Another Kansai team is FC Tiamo Hirakata from Osaka, who will be looking to build on the impressive 8th place finish they recorded in their debut JFL season last year. A prefecture in Japan that has never had a J-League team, Mie Prefecture, has 2 JFL teams aiming for the J-League. Vietien Mie are inspired by Johan Cruyff and Dutch football. Vietien means 14 in Dutch and was Cruyff's number. The club also play in orange, like the Dutch national team. Vietien Mie's founders travelled to the Netherlands to learn about running a football club, which is why they're so heavily influenced by the country. The other Mie team in the JFL is one that have made big headlines this winter. Suzuka Point Getters signed 55-year-old Kazuyoshi Miura in January after his release from Yokohama FC. The former Japan national team star holds the record for being the world's oldest professional footballer and has played in every decade since the 1980s. A lot of eyes will be on him and Suzuka Point Getters this season, whose interesting name is the result of a sponsorship deal with a points shopping website. Verspa Oita have emerged as one of the strongest teams in the JFL. They won the title in 2020 and finished third in 2021, but don't currently have a license to play in J3. Matsue City have changed their name for the 2022 season and will now be known as FC Kagura Shima. This will be their 4th season in the JFL, and so far they've improved every year, finishing 15th in 2019, 10th in 2020 and 5th in 2021. 3 clubs with excellent badges are Rhein-Mir Aomori, Mio Biwako Shiga and Kochi United. Rhein-Mir's badge is inspired by the Aomori Nebuta Matsuri, which is a famous local festival. The club hold a J3 license, but have been stuck in mid-table for the last few seasons. Mio Biwako Shiga are from Shiga Prefecture, which is home to Japan's biggest freshwater lake, Biwako. The image on the badge is one of the lake's catfish. And Kochi United's badge features the image of a ceremonial cloth worn by local Tosa fighting dogs, plus the image of a bonita fish from Kochi Prefecture. The new boys in the JFL this season are Kureyason Shinjuku from Tokyo. They won promotion to the 4th tier by winning the Regional Kanto Soccer League Division 1, then advancing through the Regional Champions League tournament before beating FC Korea 4-0 in the JFL Regional League playoff. It certainly isn't easy getting promoted out of the regional leagues in Japan. And they'll have a local derby this season with Tokyo Musashino United. The club were formerly known as Tokyo Musashino City and look set to be the capital's next J-League team. But financial issues in 2020 forced them to give up their J-League dream, and they merged with Tokyo United in 2021 to become Tokyo Musashino United. Over the last few years, the JFL have been streaming games live on YouTube with no geo-block, and in 2022, it seems they'll be doing the same. I'll put a link in the description to the JFL's official YouTube channel so you can watch along at home. When it comes to predicting the JFL, putting Honda in the top 4 is usually a very safe bet, and I'm predicting them to win their 9th JFL title this season. In second place, I think Verspa Oita will be up there again. They've emerged as a major force in the JFL since winning the title in 2020. I'm going for Vietien Mie in third, which would be enough for them to win promotion to J3, making them the first club from Mie Prefecture to play in the J-League. And I'm going to go out on a bit of a limb and say that newly promoted Kureyason Shinjuku will finish 4th. The club are very well backed financially and have built up a loyal fan base. They also looked very impressive as they progressed through the Regional Champions League last season, and comfortably pushed aside FC Korea in the playoff. Let me know your top 4 in the comments. So that was a brief introduction to the Japan Football League. Let me know if you've ever watched the league before and which team is your favourite. Thank you for watching.